made a spell. They put the dollars in the coffers and the lies in the air. Well, we go one, we go all. I won't push you down, you won't let me fall. One day for sure we will stand tall. Where we go one, we go all. We are the Patriots. We trust the plan because we have it all, and that fate is in our hands. Had a reason to fool us, but we didn't take the bait. Wanna take us to hell, but we got guns at the gate. Well, we go one, we go all. I won't push you down, you won't let me fall. One day for sure we will stand tall. Where we go one.
Thank you very much for joining us on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. It is March 4th. It is a Monday, and we had tons and tons of Q posts. And here I am, joining me today, my partner in justice at Shady Groove. What's up, Shady?
Matrixxx, Patriots, Anons, worldwide. Good to see you. Glad to be here. What a weekend we have had. And my goodness, man, we are on the precipice of regaining our freedom around this planet. It is a miracle that we've gotten this far this fast. And man, I am really just glad to be here with you and all these great people watching this happen in real time.
Yeah. And we got Jody Moran. Hey, Matrixxx, where you been on my live? Seems like forever. These are good times. YouTube has been very ugly to us. Yes. I am testing out some new settings for the stream. May have to go back to some other ones because the video was choppy. But I hope you enjoyed that song. That is JT Wild singing Where We Go One, We Go All, especially just for you and us, the Patriots. So here we are, Shady. We got lots and lots to cover. I'm gonna go right into it. We've got our we've got the Windows. Hang on one second. Let me just go ahead. There we go. I've got it right there. So this is March 3rd, but the graphic says March 2nd. Sorry guys, I am human. I promise. So this is a meme that Praying Medic made. Hat tip to him. These are all folks that he considers the new news. So you got Swampy on there, you got Matrixxx on there, you got QAnon 1776, Bill Mitchell, X22 Report, iPod, Sergeant Report, SGT Report. I always say Sergeant. But so we've got a lot of great Anons on there. Lisa May's right in the middle right there. So these are your new news sources along with you. You are the news, okay? This is Q's post. Basically, let me just start with this one because I don't know if we cover this one or not. This is POTUS tweets on Hillary and Democrats. Watch the countdown. It's Q post 2912. And it was a real Donald Trump Twitter status. It says, "Oh, I see. Now that the 2-year Russian collusion case has fallen apart, there was no collusion except in Killbox by BYE. Crooked Hillary and the Democrats. They say, gee, I have an idea. let's look at Trump's finances and every deal he's ever done. Let's follow the discredited Michael Cohen. And then it goes to another Donald Trump tweet, and it says, and the fraudulent and dishonest statements he made on Wednesday. No way it's time to stop this corrupt and illegally brought witch hunt. Time to start looking at the other side where real crimes were committed in Killbox. Republicans have been abused long enough in Killbox. Must end now. Carpet bombs are okay. Tactical nukes are better. -21, -20, -19, -18, and so on in the Killbox. I think we might have covered that, but I just wanted to start off with that. Today is -15. Welcome to Monday, 3/4, -15 in the Killbox.
-15 in the Killbox, and this tweet was, notice the where he's got. We talked about this on the lounge on Friday night, but he has buy in the Killbox, buy Crooked Hillary, and then you guys are going to see as we go into some of these other drops, how we've sort of escalated this over the weekend. And just a real quick shout out to all of you guys out there on Twitter. I saw you this weekend. Going after the mainstream people the proper way.
Yes.
We need to be in there. We need to be in their tweets, and we need to be hashtagging CNN, MSNBC, ABC News. Let's get this information out of the echo chamber, and let's start putting it right where it goes, which is the people who are lying to you, the people that dress up in nice, pretty suits and sit in front of TV cameras are lying to you. And I'm not talking about just the people on the left. The people that sit there in suits on Fox News aren't telling you the truth either, because they look at people who talk about things like what's going on with the Clinton Foundation or what happened in 9/11 and different stuff like that. They poo-poo that, and they put that right to the side and make it not a big deal. We bring that to the conversation. We're talking about this stuff. We're representing freedom, and we're representing our ability to speak to whatever it is that we feel concerns you. And the president right here in this tweet is a big sign to say, look, this is what we're doing. You guys understand this out there, but the president is with you. That speech he gave at CPAC, I'm going to just mention real quick. If you did not see, he gave a 2-hour speech at CPAC. You've got to watch that, because
it was basically a Q speech.
It was a Q speech. He said these people are sick. He made like 4 more air Qs. We had 2 more Zero Deltas over the weekend. So we're going to get into a bunch of that. But I just wanted to say real quick how fantastic it was seeing all you great patriots out there standing up for freedom and putting this right in their lap where it belongs.
Yeah, and we are having some issues with the stream. Back it up just a hair if it's buffering a lot. My apologies. I will get this fixed. I think it's still, the audio is okay, and we don't have a lot of videos to pull, but don't forget too that it's also our fellow YouTube family that is messing with us too, and I say that with a term of endearment. All right, here we go. So this is Q post 2913 tt.png. TT has been Trump Tower. TikTok.png. That's what I think it is. Let's see, we got the clock is ticking. If we are merely a so-called conspiracy, fake news narrative, why the daily attacks by the biggest media companies in the world, attempts to control. You are the news now, Q. All right, so that right there is the clock. We kind of go in it a little bit too. Numbers used in the pick. This was very interesting because if you look at the numbers, and this is I-70 on the Patriots soapbox. I-70 is a good friend of mine. He actually has a show coming up. I'll try to let you guys know when that's coming up, but he's an amazing Patriot. I-70 noticed that it's 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6 plus 0 equals 17. Boom. So is that the -17 in the Q pick? And we'll just go back and look at that. There's the numbers that he got that from, and seconds matter too. So that was very good. -17. Also, it's 3:42 on the clock. So let's take a look at post 3:42. End is near, Q. Was this Q saying that FISA is coming? Is the end near? Is the end for their big con almost happening? Also, this is Patrick Kelly at Disciple4G. I wanted to just quickly show you his tweet. He said, look closer. The hands are symmetrical. The hour is 18 minutes after. The minute is 18 minutes before. The second is top dead center. 3-pointed star. It's a symbol of the Trinity. Also a symbol of air, land, and sea. 342, 1542, or 1542. And he says, let's look at 1542. And that's the one where it's the updated FBI fired and DOJ, the Justice Department, all of that stuff fired, Q's hit list there. Basically, nothing being done, right? And then you look at that again, there's the seconds and stuff that he noticed. I thought that was very interesting. Hat tip to you, Patrick. All right, so cruising back to the thread. Shady, we've got Q 2914. I'm going to cruise up to 2914 here. And do you want to take that for a read? I don't think...
2914, he was reposting... this is a tweet. This is a, I keep saying tweet whenever Q drops. This is a Q drop from March 3rd of last year. And this one was where we go one, we go all. Misspellings matter. Sentence formation matters. Learn Q. So he gave us that drop and then commenting on that drop, emphasis on mistakes not corrected. Time to start looking at the other side where real crimes were committed. POTUS, time to reveal our insurance policy. Truth always wins. This is, just letting people out there understand how the communications by the president are intentional. Hence, by Crooked Hillary, not BY. And it's done in an interesting way as well, because look how we're able to bait them into emphasizing how the president is missaying or misspelling things. They bring attention to it like it was unintentional, but anons know this is our communication for people maybe that are new to Q. Recognize that this is how we've been communicating for a while now, and decoding with these random capital letters and misspellings.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is amazing. And good point, Shady. Really good points. This is the next Q post, 2915, because we got so many. This is Q calling Hillary out for the Twitter banner. So Donald Trump, at Real Donald Trump, our president, says OIC, which is interesting, which relates to the Muslim Brotherhood. Now that the 2-year Russia collusion case is fallen apart, there was no collusion except by BYE, Crooked Hillary. And the Democrats say, gee, I have no idea. Let's look at Trump's finances and every deal he has ever done. Let's follow discredited Michael Cohen. Hey, Bill, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. And then we've got, love this guy. And it goes to Hillary Clinton. Your T banner is appropriate and fits you well. Q. So we go back to, the thread here. And we've got that on here. Obviously I bring every Q post. But I also want to point out that the next Q post will point it out, actually, that we had another Zero Delta. Anon brings up this image, and it's at 7:34 p.m. And 7:34 p.m. So we had Q and POTUS posting and tweeting at the same time. So we have Donald Trump saying the brand new manuscript for the new book by failed lawyer Michael Cohen shows his testimony was a total lie. Pundits should only use it. So that was the next Q post up there. And so we're far beyond statistical analysis at this. And you notice that didn't come through on the Q map. So I wanted to cruise back over and show you what Q was reposting right there. That's it. All right, so here we go. This is the next one. Here is Hillary Clinton's Twitter banner, full size. Yeah, looks kind of scary to me. And then Q goes into the real racist and points to a couple of Hillary videos. This is fake news coverage, pure evil, wake up America hashtag. So if we go to that and we kind of look at some of this stuff, I actually pointed it out and then Q did it as well. So that's why, I'm rocking and rolling and she's rocking and rolling. But this is a little bit of the Hillary stuff right here.
They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel.
You called out President Clinton for defending Secretary Clinton's use of the term super predator back in the 90s when she supported the crime bill. Why did you call him out?
Because it was a racist term and everybody knew it was a racist term.
No conscience.
It's a very well thought out crime bill that is both smart and tough.
No empathy.
Called black youth superpredators in 1994. Please explain to the record.
Because it was a racist term and everybody knew it was a racist term.
There you go. So that's that's what she says. This is her own words. Again, here's another one.
And I don't want to go around insulting people. I don't want to paint with a broad brush. Every immigrant is this, every African American is that, every other person with different religious beliefs or whatever. That's childish.
What do you think of Cory Booker's? And you didn't comment on him, and you feel free.
Oh, I adore him.
What do you think about him saying kicked him in the shins, essentially? Start to get to that kind of political.
Well, that was Eric Holder.
Yeah, Eric Holder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know they all look alike.
No, they don't. Oh, well done. Hillary.
Yeah, I was paid by Mark Zuckerberg to do that.
Okay. Can I just say?
No, what I
Can I just say you've been reading Trump's tweets beautifully.
Yeah, thank you.
Shady, you have any comments on?
That's it's in her own words.
Yeah.
I think it speaks for itself. It's interesting how that is funny to the left, but if you or I were to sit there and say something like that, or the president were to say something like that, how would it be interpreted? Let's be realistic.
Absolutely. Yep. And there is a lot of buffering, Shady. Do you want to take the next Q post? It is Q post 2918, Shady.
I've got it right here, and this is the YouTube video that he's got here that somebody will drop to you for you guys to take a check. But this is from the roast. Okay, this was before the president was elected, and I think that Matrixxx might play this 20 or maybe a whole minute here if you would. But he says sometimes it takes a roast in order to be able to speak the truth and get away with it. Selected samples: 1345 deception, 1405 pretending not to hate Catholics, and 1440 Haiti. Symbolism will be their downfall. Q. This whole roast that he does is spectacular. If you have not watched this, you should go watch it. The reaction that the people in this room give him. You talk about a man standing in a pit of vipers and speaking the truth. It is really good. But this 1 minute or minute and a half or so segment of the roast it's telling, because it gives you insight into what Mr. Trump knew that long ago. This isn't like he's come into this information since he became president. And once you realize how much he had before, I think it will give you insight into how reserved he actually is in the things that he says. I'm not sure. Are you wanting to play this one, Matrixxx?
Or maybe you did, and she just found out about it through the wonder of WikiLeaks. We've learned so much from WikiLeaks. For example, Hillary believes that it's vital to deceive the people by having one public policy and a totally different policy in private. That's okay. I don't know who they're angry at, Hillary, you're right. For example, here she is tonight in public pretending not to hate Catholics. Now, if some of you haven't noticed, Hillary isn't laughing as much as the rest of us. That's because she knows the jokes. And all of the jokes
Look at everybody
given
there.
to her in advance of the dinner by Donna Brazil, which is, everyone knows, of course, Hillary's belief that it takes a village, which only makes sense, after all, in places like Haiti, where she's taken a number of them.
Boom. So that's basically what we got there. I mean, did you see her face, Shady?
Did you see the way she looked at him? I mean, if that doesn't tell you everything that you need to know I'm pretty sure you're not willing to see what's really there. The evil in that, oh, whew, can't even describe it, bud.
Look at the picture I grabbed of her. Oh, wow. Ben Davis Jr. Yes, we need to contact you. Jackie Moore, thank you. Tiger Lily, I love the cup of tea. Thank you for that. We've got Jackie Moore, Where We Go, When We Go All. God bless. If you guys are buffering, I do see that there is some buffering issues on YouTube. Back it up just like a minute or two, and hopefully that will fix itself. I will fix the stream for next time. Trying a couple new settings, but we're doing it live. So this is what we get. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so that's that thread right there, Shady. And I guess we're going to go right into Sunday with 36 drops on Sunday, March 3rd, 19. This will be my thread for Sunday, March 3rd, 2019. We stand together. Where we go one, we go all, and more. Let's go. So this was posted, Dark to Light, and that is our Dutch Patriot friends over there. This was interesting too, Shady. It's rat bait. So this is Q post 2919. George Papadopoulos tweets on James Clapper's silence post, Australia trip. So he's been quiet. These are two Q posts that Q referred us to. This is Q post from July 3rd, 2018. Normally, intelligence passed from a member on the Five Eyes Alliance, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK, and the US, to another member comes through an official channel for intelligence sharing. However, Nunez, upon reviewing the document that formally launched the FBI's investigation, said there was no intelligence shared through that official channel, meaning that the intelligence was shared through unofficial means. Q. That's some huge stuff, guys. And then Q points us to this that's marked in the box. It says, US in the kill box in New Zealand equals no logs, no flags, no records equals US Security, SEC. Yeah, so there you go. And then Q says, rat bait, stay in the light. And we have George Papadopoulos' tweet. Let me just see if I've got George's tweet here. Oh, I'm in this one now. Let's see if, yeah, here it is. So George Papadopoulos' tweet says, Clapper has gone awfully silent since his month-long adventure in Australia, where he had discussed how to cover up both his and Australia's involvement in spying on me and others. Remember his testimony to Congress. I never heard of Papadopoulos. His perjury is going to come back. Awesome.
Very awesome.
Yeah. So that
the whole thing is going to be uncovered, Matrixxx. You see what's going on. He's been under orders to where he can't say anything, he can't talk, he can't defend himself in public because of this stuff that's going on. So you can tell that he's quite happy to be able to express the truth a little bit now. And we're going to, the things we're going to learn, the general public is going to learn, are going to be hard for them to take. So everyone out there just really needs to make sure we're being understanding of folks that have no clue about what's really going on.
Yeah, and there's something good about rat bait in here. I was looking at iPod, and he brought up something good, that rat bait is a remote access Trojan, and bait is to catch a predator or a fish, right? Remote access Trojans are programs that provide the capability to allow covert surveillance or the ability to gain unauthorized access to a victim PC. This backdoor into a victim machine can allow an attacker unfettered access, including the ability to monitor user behavior, change computer settings, browse and copy files, utilize the bandwidth internet connection for possible criminal activity, access to connected systems, and more. Rat bait. Remote access Trojan.
And that's what, that's kind of that's what all the anons are doing whenever these posts come out. It looks like, rat bait, all capital letters, but a lot of things mean different things. Things have multiple meanings. Lots of times the being all capitals like that is a signal that this is an acronym for something bigger.
That's right. And let's go to the next Q post. We'll go back up here to the Q map. QMap.pub. They are on Patreon. If you ever feel like giving these guys any support, go to Patreon and look up QMap app. He's amazing. I actually give to him as well because I'm really impressed with how he's put this together. It's the best site for Q posts. Searchable, also comes up really quick. So thank you, qmap.pub. This is, again, repost of that with the rat bait stay in the light. And then he has this one, too. Added Q post 1164 from April 15th, 2018 regarding Five Eyes. Avoid U.S. data collection laws. Hussein. Public. Dossier. FISA. Not public. Five Eyes. UK. Australia. POTUS. Targeting using pushed Russian decoy meetings. Campaign insertions. Hussein. HRC. LL. Loretta Lynch. Brennan. Clapper. National Security. White House. Situation Room. OP. UK. Australia. Assist/set up. Q. Just let that sink in for a little bit, guys.
And this is the reason this is important is what is getting ready to happen. And I already saw it this morning. Mr. Nunes was on this morning speaking on Fox. That he was talking about what happened with all of the stuff and the information in the dossier. And it was interesting to watch because the two people that are sitting there listening to him talk or listening to him like they, like, number one, like they don't have any idea what he's talking about. Like, oh, what do you, the dossiers, they're almost looking at him. He's telling them that the dossier on Mr. Trump is fake, and they're looking at him with blind eye or like, glazed over eyes. Like, oh, what do you mean? But what is going on here is the dossier was inserted into the intelligence stream without actually coming through an intelligence stream. That is the proof. The proof in the pudding is going to be that this was inserted by the DNC. This was inserted by the Clinton campaign for president into an intelligence stream to open up a counterintelligence surveillance investigation onto the opposing party to President Trump. So using non-intelligence inserted as intelligence to print news stories, to use as intelligence to give a judge to get a FISA warrant against your opposing political campaign. And we are not paying attention to that. Whereas with Watergate, it's still talked about as the biggest conspiracy ever in American politics. And, you're talking about a guy recording some people and stealing some documents. So big difference in what we're looking at here, and the Five Eyes connection between UK, New Zealand, Australia, and here, Canada, all these, you spy to here, to spy to here, to spy to here, and then they spy on you. So we're giving the authorization to foreign countries to spy on you, the American citizens, and therefore the government isn't actually spying on you. That's their little trick that they're trying to pull, and that's what this is going to expose to the general public once we get once the mockingbirds have been put in the corner and you citizen journalists are being heard, or us citizen journalists are being heard on a larger platform to bring this information out.
Yep, absolutely. And everybody that's and by the way, guys, yes, the YouTube is buffering. Back it up a little bit if you can. That should help it. My apologies for that. And I also think there could be some YouTubery, if you will. Also, I want to thank you, Ben Davis, Jackie, and Lobo Mom. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. And what's up on the screen now, at least I think, let me see. This is the next Q post, where Q posts the Five Eyes with the spy op, basically. And basically everybody on this list, and we've got a breakdown, Doc, I'll find that, but there are some names that I can't show you or remember right off the top of my head, but this has been Greg, thank you. We appreciate everything you guys do. Please keep up the great work. Appreciate that, sir. Many thanks. So everybody in this with the kill box, Loretta Lynch, SY, BO, CS, UK, these are all people. BC, Bill Clinton, HRC, Bill Clinton, HA, Huma Abedin, right? CM, fake news. Everybody is complicit in helping all of these people, aiding and abetting, if you will. So these are the people that are in the kill box right here. So that's why I think it was very important that you're going to see these people in that FISA release. Shady, what do you think about that? And I'll find the. I did a really good one with the Anons. We broke down all of the different names. There was a couple that we didn't know. But most of them on here are like, HRC, John Podesta, RM/TNC, DWS, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, James Comey. So all of it is related. No Name is on here. Everybody.
James Comey, Jim Clapper, also Sally Yates, these Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, John Brennan. This is all together in a Q post from August, this past August. We had all these names prior to that. Future proofs past here. You're going to see every single one of these people that are in this Q post were part of the group that were inserting intelligence into the stream, inserting false intelligence into the stream, and then have consistently for 2 years. It's not like, it's not like they fell over and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, yesterday I claimed that Trump was colluding with Russia." This is 2 years now. And as recent as a week or two ago, Brennan on CNN saying the same stuff, even after Mueller comes out and says that the whole BuzzFeed story isn't true about Michael Cohen. They're still saying the same stuff. Michael Cohen comes and testifies, and they're still saying the same stuff. It's like, at what point does the truth insert its way into their narrative? This stuff right here, these people meeting in secret, these people having their little skiff meetings and whatever that they did, we all know about it. And Q has given us the information that's going to unlock the more the maybe larger specifics of it. But truthfully, these are the people that work together to get BS stories implanted into news articles, and then they use the news articles as evidence to get FISA warrants. So obviously the people, all the FISA judges were appointed by John Roberts as well. That's another little tidbit out there. So, these people are not accountable to you, the American people. The FISA courts was set up in the late 70s. It really does not need to be there in all actuality. So a little bit of vocal American voice out there to say, hey, why do we actually need a secret court whenever foreign actors are easily investigated anyway? And if it takes a FISA court to investigate a foreign actor coming here, what does it take to investigate foreign intelligence agencies surveilling me? Maybe we could have that conversation for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care again what you want to label yourself. This is not something that is legal. It's Republican, not. Democrat, it doesn't matter. So Q post 2922, Shady. Do you want to read this with feeling?
With emotion?
With feeling, yeah.
D-class coming.
Bam! D-class coming, guys. Do you see that? It's coming, and we knew that. Anons knew, and it's coming. So forecast for this today, pain, tomorrow, pain, Wednesday, pain, Thursday, pain, and Friday, pain. So that's this week's forecast. Thank you very much.
July 4th popcorn.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cruising to the next one. March Madness incoming. Q. So Q reposted Anon's comment. March Madness incoming. Beautiful. Again, this is another one here. This is Q post 2924. This is the presidential order on Carter Page at FISA D-class and release of incriminating texts. This is a Q proof because Q proofs are important. This is from the press statement from the press secretary, and by the way, it was on September 17th. And we look at this, and this was a Q post on 2173 on September 15th, and it says D-class incoming. And it says more incriminating texts release coming. And if you look at the second paragraph, it says, in addition, President Donald J. Trump has directed the Department of Justice, including the FBI, to publicly release all text messages relating to the Russia investigation without redaction of James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Orr. It's coming, folks. And Q responds to that basically just with responding to that. So he wanted to make sure that Q proof, what that tells us, is confirmed by Q. Beautiful. Beautiful job, Anon, who did that too. This is 2925. And here we go. This is a repost. Impact of Carter Page FISA D-class. This one, Anon says this. And basically, this Anon reposted Q's post, from what I understand, right? So this is D-class of FISA will initiate the resignation / recusal and or removal of Rod Rosenstein. D-Class of FISA will initiate the awareness that all signers will be currently in Killbox under investigation. D-Class of FISA will factually demonstrate without argument to the U.S. government under Hussein knowingly represented false evidence to the FISC in an effort to obtain legal U.S. intelligence umbrella surveillance of POTUS IDEN target in Killbox for the sole purpose of influencing the 2016 election of the presidency. Not Russia, but Hussein/HRC projection in the Killbox, plus safeguard against possible loss of power, firewalls in the Killbox. Use of back channel surveillance, spy insertion, body 1, 2, and 5 by UK, Australia primary in the Killbox. Activated under Director Brennan, Director Clapper with PDB regular updates, plus live streaming in the Killbox, which is what we are right now. White House Hussein non-oval situation room in the Killbox. Coordination. FISA full in the Killbox brings down the House. White House in Killbox. And huge habitings coming. That's a Chanism. We say habitings instead of happenings.
That's not a misspelling?
That's not a misspelling. That is Chan. That's Chan speak. Okay, so you guys know.
And that's giving a little bit of an overview of what I was just speaking about there with the FISA, with the people that were involved, and to the highest office in the land, this was being orchestrated. That is one thing that the president has not directly stated that is coming soon, that is going to get immediate need for proof. So as soon as he makes those statements, I imagine they will be showing the proof immediately.
And so this brings us to 2926. This is an anonymous person from the boards. So, this is the picture circling all the folks there. This picture is from early 2015, months before POTUS went down the escalator. Five Eye in play long before we've been saying, prove me wrong, with the wink. Q says, physical landscape plus minus proves it. Could not have been taken pre-2016. Op active pre_announcement. Intel awareness pre-16. Q.
And that's given us the picture of the event that was going on in 2015 with Strzok and the whole crew over there aligning themselves against your president.
That's right. Yep. This is a coup. They were planning
a coup.
A coup.
There's no other word for it. This is an attempted coup on the office of President of the United States of America. That's the news here that we are trying to somehow get the fake news to pay attention to.
That's right. Absolutely. Q post 2927. Shady, you want to take it?
So he's responding to an Anon who asks the question, so it was known what was happening with the deep state, but this trip happened in 2016, ? Q responds, the president formally announced his candidacy on June 16, 2015. Why did the HRC campaign actively work to push POTUS as the right candidate for the GOP? Why did HRC campaign publicly attack the president's opponents? Why did the HRC campaign want the president to be the nominee? Did the fake news play along? Think pre-nominee. What setup insurance file was created assuming the president would become the nominee? President 1, Cruz 2, was Cruz the target of a separate illegal spy campaign? So it really doesn't get any better than this. This is showing you that she chose her enemy. She thought he was weak because of the way that they could isolate and go after him, therefore being the best candidate to attack. Well, that turned out to be wrong. And their backup of Ted Cruz, I think you're going to see in some of these, a couple posts coming up in a minute, but they were, they were spying on all of them. And I think we have the evidence to prove that they were spying on all of them. But Ted Cruz, I think his situation is going to come to light before before some of this other stuff, just as a lead in. She's like, oh, wait a minute. You were spying on Ted Cruz, and what were you doing to me?
That's right. That's right. I mean, they were basically setting this up, and we will go through that with their own DNC emails. So, I mean, it's not, we have enough public information to arrest these people already.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not even, it's it isn't even close to the evidence. What is the situation is you guys calling for it, the American people being made aware of it day by day, more coming online, so many more coming to this conversation now than even 6 months ago, paying attention and seeing, we're finally penetrating to the middle of the road American people who have a logical ability to think and discern, and maybe they don't pay attention to the news every day or every second, but now that they see fake story after fake story after fake story after fake story, they're like, what in the world is going on here? And if I'm, paying attention to the information, it needs to be at least somewhat accurate, and it's not even close anymore. Wait, let me slow down and start to look at this, and then leading right into the
_announcement.
What is Q, and this whole operation that we're working on
and
here.
They're
coming to the conversation quick, and they're catching up really quick. Matrixxx, I mean, really fast. You're seeing people catch up fast.
Yep, and we're frozen at the last Q post, so gotta love this, man. I'm so sorry, guys, man. Bear with us. I'm refreshing right now, trying to see if that helps. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep going along, guys, because here we go. This is Q post 2928 now. FISA D-Class will destroy their last stand and pave the way for John Huber indictments. The D-Class will destroy their last stand. Schumer, Pelosi in the kill box. FISA will be the start and prepare public for Huber out of the kill box. FISA equals start. FISA equals immediate conference of illegal acts regarding signers. FISA immediate conference start of Hussein's spy campaign to rig an election was based on false info. FISA equals implicates HRC D party as feeders of the false info with the intent of securing MSM plus blast insurance. FISA equals implicates senior members of UK MI5 and 6, SIS, US Intel, White House, Five Eye, our party, Congress and Senate of known corruption in effort to retain power and rig election and safeguard events by political kill to act while in power, given MSM fake push Russia narrative. FISA equals ties MSM heads TV /behind/ corporate to D party other foreign heads of state in co-op strategy. FISA brings down the House. FOIA does not include FISA. D-Class by POTUS, key parts that factually demonstrate the dirty, fake dossier was used as primary source to secure highest level of intel, spying on primary Republican opponent, plus post-election intel assets for domestic spying on the President of the United States for the office of the presidency of the United States of America. Logical thinking. Public awareness. FISA/spying. Foundation built Huber. No spelling errors intended. Mobile, unknown, if above. Q. And that's Q post 2928.
And he's showing you here that Freedom of Information Act does not include FISA, but I do really want to encourage everyone out there, if you are not following Tom Fenton and Judicial Watch, this really seems like it's going to be our avenue for exposure on a lot of these fronts. He is actually the new DOJ, and the new DOJ is cooperating more freely with Freedom of Information. I've seen a couple of things. I actually saw something come across just a few minutes ago, Matrixxx talking about the unsealing of the William Jefferson Clinton impeachment files. So that would be an interesting read. Different things like that, that can be accessed through FOIA that have obviously they've been petitioning and suing for this information forever and have been stonewalled. Now it seems like they're getting some action over there, things moving around. So Tom Fenton with Judicial Watch, been on the wall a long time. I highly, highly recommend you guys getting over there and supporting him however you can, because this guy is a real patriot and a real fighter for justice for you and I.
Shady, how do you define unsealing? I don't understand what that means.
It means we're going to look at it, Bill.
Oh, damn it. Hillary, help. Oh, boy. Bill, get out of here, will you? Jeez, get out of here. There's my Bill Clinton impression for you guys. I hope you guys like it. We got to have some fun. This is some heavy stuff, guys. This is Q Post 2929. Physical landscape. Just Q is saying correction. Should not have been taken post 2016. Think 2015. Long day Q. Just creating or correcting a typo. This is another repost of the Q proof. Optics are important. Mueller report, FISA D-class, OIG report, John Huber Payne, 2930. Q says, with that Q post proof that we just went over, important to remember, POTUS already ordered the D-class per Q proof September 17th. He is awaiting the DOJ, IG, now bar plus OIG, to proceed with the order. Optics are important. Delay by design, post-order to D-class, tactics, benefits, RR killbox, or killbox, and that's Bruce Orr. Q.
Optics are important, everyone.
That's right.
For the non-patient anons out there.
Right? Let's see what we got out here. How are you guys doing in YouTube? Again, I hope that this is, just refresh. Crux, hola, Shady, Matrixxx. Hey, what's up, Crux? How are you? We need to talk soon again. Jay Vega, you have been rocking it. Prof Q, good morning to you. It's 4 a.m. in the morning. Good morning to you. Robin Mead, we got out there. We're getting impossible to ignore. It's human nature to look. That's very good, Louise. Stefan says. So who else do we got out there? The Twitter broadcast keeps cutting out. Yes, James Harvey. We are above the target. There's a little bit of messing with us. My apologies for that. Yeah, we'll figure it out, guys. We'll get.
Well, it's not. Just to say to you guys, this is not on our end. Our equipment is working 5.5, loud and clear. Everything is functioning well. We're sending out the stream. We have plenty of internet bandwidth. So the difficulties you guys are having out there is not a result of us. This is this is part of what's happening with YouTube and Twitter not wanting this information to find you. They have identified us as a real threat to them, and they have targeted our accounts. And Mr. Davis, a few other people out there, they've been witnessing this. How we're only getting so many views on the videos, and also we're having the comment sections edited. Things like that are actually going on. So this is real. This is part of the reason that we've set up the website. We are attempting to figure out a way to stream from a different platform other than here to make this more accessible to more people, because it's very frustrating for us. But at the same time, we are watching the president take it on the kisser every day from the mainstream media. So we're willing to take our shots and sit here and tough it out with you. And if it's not working out there and buffering and stuff, we really do apologize. But I want to let you know that our equipment is 5.5.
I think I was muted that whole time. Shady, you there?
Hey, Matrixxx.
Yeah, was I muted that whole time?
I was not hearing you.
Okay, I thought you'd jump in because I just read that whole Q post. It's the 2657. 67.
Oh my! I was trying to text you behind. I didn't know where you were at.
No, just jump in, man. We're right here. Thank you. But basically, I just read you guys 2657. It was a great read. It was my best yet, but you guys didn't hear it. Here we go. When will the public discover that Ted Cruz was also illegally surveillanced pre-POTUS R nomination? C_illegal surveillance members of Congress. C_A illegal surveillance members of the press. C_A illegal surveillance Senate Intel Com. And then there's two articles here. One, CIA Senate investigation constitutional crisis. And then one from the New York Times, Senate Intelligence Committee CIA interrogation report. Who ordered the surveillance? What justification was provided to authorize surveillance of elected officials? Surveillance falls under the scope of FISA warrant or internal to department or outsourced to Five Eye? Reality check. Friend or foe? We all spy on each other? Should we be spying on ourselves? Should we be tasking others to spy on ourselves in order to avoid U.S. law? What Five Eye established, designed by Intelcom as a back-channel surveillance apparatus to avoid domestic laws, triggers, and congressional/Senate oversight? What key logs exist to monitor Five Eye intel collection? What ability do former government officials have regarding the ability to access C_level, classified level, Five Eye offshore data? How did HRC gain access to the highest class, SAP, closed system access, and able to transfer the remote to a remote home server? The question above should scare every single American. How did China locate primary C_assets within China? 187 in the kill box. Money buys power. No punishment. Kill box Brennan. By Hussein admin regarding surveillance of Senate, etc.
So you guys are seeing this very much exactly like what we just explained there a second ago. The lead into this and the sensitivity. This is a very sensitive reality to think about exposing all of these other countries and them using their intelligence against you, and you as the American public aware of that in the open discussion. That makes them very, very, very nervous. This is this is where we're headed with what Q is pointing to and what the truth is.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And I know people, you got to catch up. I know sound is off. It's on now. Give me a 5-5 if you guys can hear me now. Unless we still did lose sound.
Well, it looks like I just checked. It looks like we're almost probably like 3 to 4 minutes behind right now where we are actually at. So it's suppressing the stream down a lot.
Okay, got it. Yep. So you're watching us being hacked in real time, guys.
Something's going on. Well, I don't know. You hit your mute button.
Now, that was my fault. But we got some YouTube gremlins definitely attacking this.
We're just trying to keep them on their toes out there.
Right. So here is the We Stand Together. Where we go one, we go all. These are our Dutch patriots. Here's a higher res picture. And this is going back to the DNC email regarding the 2016 presidential candidates. And so this says, friends, this memo is intended to outline the strategy and goals a potential Hillary Clinton presidential campaign would have regarding the 2016 presidential field. Clearly, most of what is contained in this memo is work the DNC is already doing. The exercise is intended to put those ideas on paper. Their goal and strategy our hope is the goal potential HRC campaign and the DNC would become one and the same, to make whomever the Republican nominate unpalatable to the majority of the electorate. We have outlined 3 strategies to obtain our goal. 1. Force all Republican candidates to lock themselves into extreme conservative positions that will hurt them in a general election. 2. Undermine any credibility, trust Republican presidential candidates who have to make inroads to our coalition or independence. 3. Muddy the waters on any potential attack lodged against HRC. The operational strategy is the Pied Piper candidates, is what they called them. There are two ways to approach the strategy mentioned above. The first is to use the field as a whole to inflict damage on itself, similar to what happened to Mitt Romney in 2012. The variety of candidates is positive here, and many of the lesser known can serve as a cudgel to move and restore established candidates further to the right. In this scenario, we don't want to marginalize the more extreme candidates, but make them more Pied Piper candidates who actually represent the mainstream of the Republican Party. Pied Piper candidates include, but aren't limited to, Ted Cruz, Donald Trump, Ben Carson. We need to be elevating the Pied Piper candidates so that they are leaders of the pack and tell the press to them to take them serious, basically. Guys, do you see this? They uplifted our current president to their detriment. What do you think about that letter there, Shady?
I think that you couldn't ask for a better situation. I think he trolled him right into it.
I know, man. It's amazing. And yes, we're pretty funny today. It is Monday. Not enough coffee, I guess. But this is where the actual picture came from that Q got. It is at Wishful, with 2 Dreams with a Z. Wishful Dreams with a Z. Think QAnon isn't real? Think again. From our friends in the Netherlands. This movement is worldwide. Dark to light, sheep no more. And copied at Yig's Star House as well. So I thought that was very interesting. And this says the world is about to change. De wereld staat op het punt de verandering. I'm not Dutch, so don't hold that against me, but that means the world is about to change. I thought this was an interesting theory, Shady. Remember 2615? While attacks do occur, we are safeguarded by a black eye. And an Anon put this on there, which was very interesting to me. 5 eyes equals 5 eyes, 5 spies. Eye equals spy, black. Hidden, double agent, secret, black equals hidden. Black eye equals hidden spy. The black eye you mentioned, meaning Q, previously, is someone very high up in their organization who is able to tip the hand in your favor as needed. A traitor to them, a hero to us. I thought that was a very interesting post. And then we got the rat bait. We got the Dutch picture is from Q. Let's see, here it is. There's the original right there. There's where it says the world is about to change. And there's the Q post 1778 that they used, the world is about to change. I thought that was awesome. Then we're going to go into Q post 2935. I'm going to cruise up the map here to 2935. And we've got this Jerry Nadler, Democrat, attempting a new blockade now that Mueller's insurance policy is expiring. When Q links to an article, and it says, Nadler announces sweeping document request that declares Trump obstructed justice. And Q says, when the original insurance policy expires, Kielbuck's Mueller, and you must attempt to protect those in harm's way by reapplying blockade plus maintain leftist hatred and fake news narrative. You, ... Q. Change the narrative, right? And here is the link right there. It says Nadler to announce sweeping document request says Trump obstructed justice. And this is a bill to protect special counsel Robert Mueller from being fired by President Trump. You're fired. That's all I got to say. Nadler, you're fired too. All right, so this is awesome. This was one of my favorite Q posts. 2936, Shady.
At what stage in the game do you play the trump card?
Boom.
Let's play that trump card.
Oh, today's forecast is pain. Tomorrow's forecast is pain. And a trump card, that's amazing. It's to get an upper hand. And
pain squared.
And apparently, it looks like to me, the Q team and I and you, everybody out there, are having a hard time with this narrative. It's crazy. We're getting tired of it. They're trying to change the narrative, and I think Q kind of points to that a little bit further up here. This is Q post 2937. Shady, do you want to take this one as well?
Yeah, I think that this one would, this one's talking to some of the folks out there, maybe all the blue check mark people, the people that are trying to tell you that Q does not exist. This is to understand what we're doing. We can't go on 8chan and type out a letter that says exactly how this operation is going to run, because that would be slightly counterproductive. But Q says, why have there been no arrests? Why have specific dates been mentioned only to see no action? Define game theory. Why must disinformation be provided? Define open source. Define public purview. Do we let our enemies walk through the front door? Define plausible deniability. Why was it important to first clean house within the FBI and DOJ? Public info. Why was it important to first clean house within other ABC agencies? Non-public info. What are the duties of the FBI? What are the duties of the DOJ? When does military intelligence have jurisdiction? What vested powers does the president have regarding military intelligence versus the ABC agencies regarding matters of national security, in parentheses, homeland? Think umbrella surveillance. What agency does the FBI report to? What is the role of the Attorney General? Does the Attorney General oversee the firing of the FBI and DOJ senior and mid-lower staff? How many FBI and DOJ were fired and forced out? Does Russia recusal prevent, block Attorney General from this responsibility? What time period did this occur? Who appointed and tasked Hoover? Who appointed and tasked the OIG? Who was Attorney General? 0 leaks. None in the kill box. Transfer from AG1 to AG2. Why might that be important? How do you avoid politically motivated attack and obstruction attempt to block or obstruct Mueller? Optics are important. When are optics not important? Think Whitaker. Define stage set. Who recently walked on stage to take command? What stage experience did this person have? Think Bill Clinton impeachment. Has the stage been cleaned and cleared for the next performance? If the stage is clean, can the performance begin? How might transparency D-class fit into this dialogue? Define thesis statement. What benefit or benefits does this provide? Bar. This is not simply another 4-year election. This is a crossroads in the history of our civilization that will determine whether or not we, the people, reclaim control over our government. President, quote, logical thinking, Q.
Did somebody mention my name? I think I heard my name.
You did hear your name, Bill, and we got a nice little spot for you in an island in the South Atlantic.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Wow.
If you don't get sick first.
How's
You're
your health?
looking a little ragged, Bill.
How's your health? How's your health? Quickly, too, this is another good Anon post here. I do have in my Twitter thread. This is the 1 year ago tweet. Thoughts of the current president of the United States. Go with God. The clock is activated. Clean action approved. Highest authority for God and country. And then the FISA 2129 and 2681. Basically, why do the Clintons, so dark to light, red castle, green castle. But this is what I thought interesting. So this is that countdown, right, that everybody was talking about, right? The 21 days. Negative 21 was February 26th. And then it goes from there. And today we are at negative 15 in the kill box. So there's a nice little calendar for you. Again, I don't like to use these things, but Q is pointing this to us, so I will track it. But as we know, when Q uses his countdown, it could be it could be, there's a stop where they check everything and make sure everything's okay, right? So just let's check out, keep monitoring it. But I hate to talk about dates and when things are going to actually occur. But the future will prove past for all of this stuff. Shady?
Right. And I agree with you on that. I do fall into that same category. But at the same time, it's not a bad thing to be spreading information around that's getting eyeballs on it. No press is bad press.
Absolutely. And there's a couple trump cards right there. FISA. So a trump card is a valuable resource that may be used especially as a surprise in order to gain advantage. It's a noun. Trump card. Trump card coming. Q. 1201 back in on 4/20, 2018. Q post 1201. Anon says, trap card played. Nice work, Q. Q said trump card coming, Q. So this was back April 20th, 2018. And I want to highlight Jody Iceman James right there. That's his meme, I believe. And then obviously we got some more trump cards. So just some cool memes to get out there and get things done. Also, this is the next one here is very important. As we scroll up, it's 2938, and basically treason, sedition, corruption at the highest levels of the government worldwide. Ask yourself a very simple, logical question. What is a FISA warrant application? Is it a highly confidential, safeguarded product of the United States government? If a product of the United States Gov, how did UK, Australia know what was listed inside of the package? Think call to POTUS to prevent D-class sources and methods in the kill box. If the US government requests UK, Australia +2 to spy, plus campaign insertion on an American presidential pre-nominee and POTUS elect, is there a chain of command to approve such authorization? Paper trail of the chain of command and umbrella spy metadata. If not task targeted under 5I, what legal authority existed to engage the targeting? Think Nunez statement, not through normal collection gathering and reporting oversight regarding 5I. Did the dossier provide the bulk data anchor for the spy campaign? What entity paid for the research dossier? Opposition candidate? What U.S. ally completed the collection of false data? UK. Why was this important to use sources within the UK versus US? How do you circumvent US law? Q's answering his own questions with questions, right? What other anchors were provided to FISA, FISC, in order to gain the warrant? D-class will show in the kill box. What other was the other data collection process worse than the dossier? Why didn't FISC require in-room presentations of the data prior to sign off? Who signed apps 1 through 4? Who traveled to UK/Australia before or post election of POTUS? Why were their security privilege removed from select formally active individuals? Treason, sedition, corruptions at the highest level of government worldwide. How do you repair a bridge without closing it down? Q. Reroute traffic.
Yep, reroute traffic, and also, shine a light on the players. You're shining a light on the players, and you are going to expose them. We're not trying to destroy the world here. We're trying to expose the bad players and keep our world functioning in the meantime.
That's right. And this is a brilliant anon going over that post. Why have there been no arrests? It's setting the stage. Why have specific dates been mentioned only to see no action? Pump fakes and add to plausible deniability. Define game theory. It's planning to win the game. Why must disinfo be provided? To throw off and confuse enemy. Also plausible deniability. Define open source. Available to both sides of the battlefield. Define public purview. Optics that normies consume and can see that regular people. Do we let our enemies walk through the front door? No. Define plausible deniability. Can't get pinned with intel leaks because of my national security and knowing how the enemy forces us to comply with laws while they trample on them. This will get them at their own game. With 2 hands tied behind our backs, bad actors will compromise the truth from coming out cleanly. Why was it important first to clean house with the other ABC agencies' non-public info? Black ops and double agents further compromise mission. What are the duties of the FBI? Investigate. DOJ. Prosecute. When does military intel have jurisdiction? Always, especially when compromised alphabet agencies are proven to exist? What vested powers does the POTUS have regarding mil intel versus ABC agencies regarding matters of national security homeland? He's everybody's boss. Think umbrella surveillance. He's caught a lot of bad actors. What agencies does the FBI report to? DOJ. What is the role of the AG? To run the DOJ. Does the AG oversee the firing of FBI and DOJ senior mind lower staff? Yes. How many FBI and DOJ were fired forced? Many. Does Russia recusal prevent bloc AG from this responsibility? No. This is why we trusted Sessions. What period of time did this occur? Sessions. Who appointed the tasked Huber? Sessions. Who appointed and tasked OIG? Sessions. Who was AG? Sessions. Sessions. 0 leaks. None. Sessions did his job, and now it's time for optics to bring in the next AG. Transfer from AG1 to AG2. Why is this important? Optics. How do you avoid politically motivated attack, obstruction attempts, blocked, obstruct Mueller? Optics. Optics are important. Told you so. When are optics not important? The Scaramucci model. Think Whitaker. Define stage. Good to go. Who recently walked on stage to take command? Barr. What stage experience did this person have? Think Bill Clinton impeachment. Much experience, you see. His stage has been cleaned and cleared for the next performance. Yes, sir. If the stage is clean, can the performance begin? Yes, sir. If popcorn is ready. How might transparency D-class fit into the dialogue? Popcorn to loosen up folks prior to the big show. Define thesis statement. Well thought out and explained. What benefits does Barr provide? He knows the plan. This is not simply another 4-year election. This is a crossroads in history of our civilization that will determine whether or not we, the people, reclaim control of our government. POTUS. Logical thinking. Yes, sir. Q. So I thought that was very well done. All right, so the next one we got, Shady, is, are we into the indictment one already, right? No, here, 2939, excuse me. ABC4 local news, prosecuting major criminals behind the badge with Utah U.S. attorneys. Shady, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, this was referencing the article in Utah, and it says, sometimes reading between the lines provides ... Huber says every one of the prosecutors is already handling about 20 cases. They range from domestic terrorism to court-authorized wiretaps of criminal organizations to child pedophiles and those who would exploit our children, criminal aliens, big fraud and schemes. Q.
Here's the
You
article.
could really wrap in a lot of people into 20 cases, each one handling 20 cases. So just imagine what the scope of that could actually be if you're talking about a place in Las Vegas, or if you're talking about a mansion in Beverly Hills. So just understand that these people are all connected, and the cases that are being opened and currently grand juries that are currently working feverishly to keep up with the people being recommended for indictment.
Right, and if you look at News 4 on the top, it says prosecuting pedophiles, and that's exactly what they're doing here. But read between the lines. My primary focus, and this is Christina Ortega, is an assistant U.S. attorney here in Utah. My primary focus is in the violent crimes team is child porn cases. That means she prosecutes those who prey on our children, and unfortunately, that happens frequently in Utah. And she came ready to work, and there's work there. So read between the lines there. Who do we know that does all this stuff, right? This is huge. This is worldwide. This is huge. Here we go to the next one. Q thanks an anon, unusually high number of sealed indictments. There's 84,324, and that is the update for February. 10/30/17 to 2/28/19. There's 84,324 indictments. And Q says, let's see, thank you, Anon. Note, not all are U.S. versus Killbox. Nothing to see here, Q. So I was actually very curious to find out that this data is correct, and Q did say not all are U.S. versus Killbox, but there is a lot. Q is confirming that this heat map is actually correct. What do you think about, you want to mention anything about this, Shady?
Just the gradual or the consistent uptick on the indictments that are coming on to Pacer, to see that they're not all USA versus tells me worldwide, Matrixxx.
Worldwide, or there's state to state too. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, yeah, but it's the same as the idea of our the foreign actors that are playing into this are going to be not all U.S. citizens.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yes. Okay. Yep.
So it's like there's a lot of Chinese people that are here. There's a lot of people from UK and other places that are here too. So this could be, like I said, worldwide events. People think about the Pope, or other instances of this, bishops and folks that are here under the guise of there are, believe it or not, a little bit outside of our grasp. So we have to, we have to prove things to get a hold of them.
I wanted to also share this with you. I was watching Ridiculousness. It's an MTV show, and I hear this. Let me see. Ready? Let me get this.
You're in the Matrix, bro.
What?
In the Matrix, bro.
How does he know?
Matrix, bro.
You're in the Matrix, bro. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I mean, imagine, yourself hearing your Twitter name cruise out in front of you on TV. I just kind of freaked out. So that's Rob Dyrdek. Thank you very much, Rob Dyrdek. Yes, I am in the Matrix, bro. Thank you very much. I just thought that was interesting. You got weird stuff happening to you. I'm sure it's a coincidence. This is 2941. Mueller's scope memo was never declassified, so how can Dees claim knowledge? So this is going to Ted Lieu's status. Now, I believe that tweet has since been... Oh, there it is. Unlike the narrow scope of Mueller's investigation, the House Judiciary's oversight mission is broad. Did POTUS commit any crimes or misconduct? Anything. Gosh, we don't have anything. Maybe there's something. So our investigation will either exonerate Trump or it won't. We will follow the facts wherever it may take us. Ted Lieu. Quoting Judd Legum, House Judiciary Committee to issue document requests on Monday to 60 different people and entities connected to Trump, begin the investigations to the present case to the American people about obstruction of justice, corruption, and abuse of power. Oh my God. Look the other way, guys. All right. And then Q says, read the comments. Those still asleep buying the narrow scope new narrative shift. If the scope memo was never unclassified, version 2, how do D's make this statement? Hashtag facts matter.
And be using these hashtags whenever you're tweeting or posting on social media.
So look at here. Q sent me. Q sent me. Oh, Q sent me. Q sent Q. Ted Lieu. Q. Rainmakers there. Oh yeah, there's Rhonda, right? Forgotten Country. Oh, look at 5-day forecast. Mueller, D-Class, OIG, Truth, Justice. Love it. Audrey's observations. Yes, you are the news now. Good meme there, Audrey, the Great Awakening. Look at that. This is, it looks like all Q to me. I don't know. Russia. So I thought that was interesting. Q asked us to look at the comments. And, yeah, a lot of Q comments. Hillary Clinton says country is in full-fledged crisis. Here's Hillary Clinton. Wonderful lady. Sorry. Hillary Clinton says country is in a full-fledged crisis during speech in Selma to mark Bloody Sunday. Look at this person. Ugh. So she basically offered a stark view of the country on Sunday, comparing the current crisis in our democracy to the turbulence that occurred amid the civil rights movement in the 1960s. Speaking to a reception in Selma, Alabama to mark the 54th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. To receive that International Unity Award, she received an International Unity Award at the Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King Unity Breakfast. Clinton said that the United States is facing a full-fledged crisis in our democracy. Yes, and you're it. Shady?
We are not a crisis.
We're a solution. So with
we
that,
are the solution.
So Q dropped that article for us and said, full-scale attack, March Madness, prepare, Q. So yeah, that's a huge one. Then we've got another long Q post here, 2943. Ted Lieu status, more statements made, evidence without presenting facts. If evidence existed under broad scope number 1, would Mueller have the authority to pursue?
Yes.
And let's see if that one there it is. We cannot avert our eyes to the evidence plainly before us. My statement on the Judiciary Committee's massive investigation into real Donald Trump and his associates. I commend Chair Jerry Nadler for working his leadership and look forward to working with him. Yeah. Okay, Ted. Look at that. All right, so back to that. Justice Department press release. This is a official Justice Department press release. It's a download. It's the Office of the Department of Attorney General, 5/17/17, and basically it's an appointment of special counsel to investigate the Russian interference with the 2016 presidential election and related matters. And this is signed by Rod J. Rosenstein in the kill box. So by virtue of the authority vested in me as acting attorney general, 20 including codes, in order to discharge my responsibility to provide supervision and management to the Department of Justice, and to ensure a full and thorough investigation of the Russian government's effort to interfere in the 2016 presidential election, I hereby order as follows. Robert S. Mueller III is appointed to serve as special counsel for the U.S. of the DOJ. The special counsel is authorized to conduct the investigation, confirmed by then FBI James Comey, director, in testimony before the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence on March 20, 2017, including any links and or coordination between Russian government and individuals associated with the campaign of President Donald Trump, and any matters that arose or may arise directly from investigation, and any other matters within scope of 28 CFR section 200.4a. If special counsel believes it is necessary and appropriate, the special counsel is authorized to prosecute federal crimes arising from an investigation on these matters. Section 600.4 through 600.10, Title 28 of the Code Federal Regulations are applicable to the special counsel. So that's a pretty interesting drop there. So the special counsel is authorized to conduct the investigation convened by then FBI Director James 8. Corny? I didn't notice that. In testimony before the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence on March 2017, including... Okay, I just kind of read a lot of that. Do you see it? It says James H. Corny. Does anybody else see that? Shady, do you see that?
Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know. All right, so then there's the document cloud with Rod Rosenstein memo outlining the scope of the Mueller investigation. This is the attachment C, public, and this is 4 pages long. If you guys want to go there, just cruise to the tweet. I have the link there, but it talks about Manafort and everything else. It's basically the scope and investigation and definition of authority. It's a pretty good read, but I'm not going to read all that because it's a lot there. So why is scope number 2 classified only to AG and DAG? As a select few others read at terminal only? If evidence exists or existed, why did R plus D members of the Senate conclude no direct evidence exists? And here's NBC News, Politics, Congress. It says Congress, Senate has uncovered no direct evidence conspiracy between Trump campaign. How much evidence did they get? Shady, how much?
0.0.
0.0. So that's some, right? Is that anything?
No. 25-30% of 0.0 is actually still 0.0, Matrixx.
So no direct evidence means nothing?
That means none.
Huh.
I know.
Carry on.
But I know it's hard to understand. It's like we can understand. We're trying to interpret it, but the fake news, they do not understand 0.0, man. They don't get it.
So after 200 interviews, the Senate Intelligence Committee has 0 evidence.
0.0.
So we wasted how much money, do you think, on this crap?
A lot more than 0.0.
Now, if our friend Stormy Joe Patriot is correct, it may not be a bad thing, but future will prove past on that. But this is 0 evidence. No direct evidence. 0. Thank you very much. When will Americans wake up to the D Party con that is continually pushed without facts, without support, and supported and further pushed by the media arm of the D fake news media. Reading the comments on these tweets further demonstrates the seriousness of media brainwashing in our country, whereby statements are considered fact without the need to provide proof. Groupthink control the narrative. If enough people state the same thing without providing evidence and or support, does it become factual to those caught in the loop? National crisis. Q.
And we are under an information crisis, and we're in the middle of an information war.
Right, and I've been attacked with no evidence, no support, and people are thinking that it's facts. So beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Anons, research, do your own thinking, come up with your own answers. Q post 2944 confirmed typo, confined confirmed confirmed. Q
confined confirmed confined.
But look at James 8 corny. Is that
corny?
Look at that. I just can't get over that. Okay, so I thought that would have been a typo, but apparently it's okay. 2945. We are Q. Look at that crowd, guys. Look at that crowd. Look at that. And then he points us to Ted Lieu's Twitter banner with this crowd. You see this? That's Ted Lieu. All the people in there. So Q points us to that. You should update your T banner pic to properly reflect the crowd size when the event actually started. Have you ever witnessed a public all-out attack by the opposition party against the President of the United States? Those who would normally hide in the shadows are forced into the light. PANIC. Patriots in control. Q.
That means you guys.
We're in control. Patriots in control. Q's in control. Our president is in control. Now, this was another one by Meet the Press Status with enormous evidence. Q post. I think it's gone.
It is gone. I helped him yesterday and took the picture screenshot and went ahead and put it underneath a few of the other tweets Meet the Press made. Like I asked them if they lost this, we got it back for them.
We have it all. We have it all. And here is the tweet. Meet the Press says, latest, Senator Mark Warner, D, Virginia, tells Cuck Todd that lawmakers have found enormous evidence of possible collusion with President Trump's orbit and Russians during the election on hashtag MTP, hashtag something Sunday. Oh my God. Cuck Todd.
I would recommend that our nice folks out there to go to the Urban Dictionary and type in that word just so we don't have to go into the explanation of that here. But it might not have been a misspelling either.
Yeah, enormous evidence. Cuck Todd. I love it. So again, here's another zero delta Q proof. 7 seconds apart. Enormous evidence.
7 seconds.
Yeah. 1902 and 46, 7:02, which is 19:02 p.m. March 3rd. This is the enormous evidence, and our president says presidential harassment by crazed Democrats at the highest level in the history of our country. Likewise, the most vicious and corrupt mainstream media that any president has ever had to endure. Yet the most successful first 2 years for any. At what point is it statistically impossible? Q. It's mathematically delicious, as our friend
it is, and everyone out there, for your friends who are anti Donald Trump, conversations that you can start with them sound something like this: when was the last time we had a president that did not invade a foreign country within the first 2 years of his administration? Think about that. Think about this person and the idea that we and the president stand for peace. This is a movement towards peace on planet Earth. Peace is achievable because everything that is against peace is a deep state operation to control the narrative and to create mayhem and havoc. Once we have this narrative back, then peace will be hard to break.
Yes, everybody in YouTube, buffering is brutal. Go ahead and just back it up a little bit, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better.
Right now, we're about 6-8 minutes behind on YouTube, so it is buffering hard.
Yeah, it's buffering really hard. So Q post 2948, 7 seconds. We are getting closer to 0.00000. How is that possible? Close proximity, Q. Meaning, is Q or are Q team is Q team right next to the president, I would have to say yes.
For them to get that close with the drops, it would have to be really, really close.
Right. And then this is the Cuck Todd one, 2949. Anon says, page doesn't exist on Twitter when I tried to link. Ugh. The power of the people. Tweet deleted. Q. Good job,
Boom.
Annons. Good job. All right. This one, 2949, says page doesn't exist on Twitter when I... Wait, I thought I just did that one. Maybe I did.
Yeah, 2950 steps to the Chan investigation meme.
Gotcha. Okay, here's 2950. This is We Are the News Now, Chan Investigation Agency, the CIA Bakery Division. Blessed are the bakers. Wonderful. Thank you, bakers. Thank you, board owner. Thank you, board volunteers. God bless you guys. And it says, Keck, Q. I go to click on Meet the Press link, and it says that page doesn't exist. The deep state is taking down evidence as fast as you are posting it. Nothing to see here. You are the news now. From Q. Q says, you are the news now. Beautiful. All right. Now we go over to meme. This is good.
Meme Central.
This is Meme Central. This is huge. This is a great GIF. This is a great meme right here. Then this person puts this GIF right here. He'll be impeached any day now. Any day now. He will be impeached. Impeached any day now.
And we're going to impeach him.
Seizure medications. Look at all the alcohol. Impeached.
Impeached.
Oh my God. She's got poop on the wall. Great meme. Love it. Wonderful.
Feed the Gitmo.
Feed the Gitmo. Absolutely. All right. And so we go back to the Q map. And we got another video here. This is Devin Nunes. We have never seen the scope of the memo that started the Mueller investigation. So that's some more interesting clips. You can go ahead and watch that later. We're going to just kind of cruise through that. This is Mark Levin on Fox News tonight with guest Brandon Straka from the Walk Away movement. This is See You Tonight. Thanks on Life, Liberty, and Levin on Fox News at 10 p.m. Eastern. There's a lot of people that went ahead and saw that. Shady, I didn't get a chance to see it. Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it, and it was fascinating. It was just really compelling to see a young man there. I mean, not necessarily to embrace being conservative, but to actually talk about what it is that he was mind controlled with, and say that he was mind controlled, and feel ostracized now because of the way he was mind controlled, and to stand in the truth of yourself and what you really think and believe, as opposed to this illusion the Democrat Party has you in. So you had a great conversation with Mark Levin, and really opened up to him in a very good, positive way. And I recommend people out there who have friends with the TDS, maybe point them into his direction, not necessarily the interview he did on Levin, but the videos that he does and the Walk Away movement, to say that we've had enough of being lied to and corralled, and now you're trying to drag us to socialism. We're not having that.
Absolutely. And this is the video, The Great Awakening.